All right. Welcome to DCT.
Episode 28. Ben, football's back, baby.
Hell yeah, it is.
Day recording this, we're recording it on a Sunday. And the only thing that makes me feel better that Chick-fil-A is not open is that we had college football start yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Clemson lost to LSU. Alabama lost, which is amazing.
Yep, sensational.
And
And
those are the only memorable ones.
yeah, then we got college football today. We were watching it before we started recording. Then we got some night games this week,
Yeah.
which all leads us back to the glorious NFL.
Thursday night, man. We get to see the Eagles beat the shit out of the Cowboys.
It's going to be sensational.
Which, I never want the Eagles to win, but if they're going to beat anyone, the Cowboys is the person that I would want.
It's the top of my list,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So, speaking of teams we think we're going to beat, today we're going to go ahead and do a couple things. One thing that we're going to do is go over the Commanders game-by-game schedule, who we think is going to win, what the X factor in each game is going to be. And then we will finish it off by giving our divisional standing predictions and who we think from each conference is going to make the playoff.
Sounds good.
So, go ahead and start off with the Commander schedule.
All right.
Week 1, at home against the New York Football Giants.
I hate the Giants so much, and it may just be an NFC East thing, but I don't like them very much.
I think it's because my dad is a fan of the Giants.
Maybe I just hate your dad. I mean, to be a Penn State fan and a Giants fan, it's not a recipe for success for me.
Yeah.
But what do you think the X factor of this game is going to be?
I think it's going to be our offensive line. The Giants have a defensive line of Dexter Lawrence. They have Brian Burns. They have Kayvon Thibodeau, and they have Abdul Carter.
Mm-hmm.
That is a monstrous defensive line. I think it's going to be top 3 this year.
It will be good, yes.
I think our sort of new offensive line, we've added Connerly. We've added Laramie Tunsil.
Yep.
I think that is going to be very key to actually winning this game.
Oh, for sure.
So, normally we do struggle against the Giants. I think so long as our line can hold up against them, I'm going to predict the Commanders win.
Yeah, I would feel comfortable in saying that.
28-17 maybe?
Yeah, it may be like close for like most of the game, but then we may just get like a garbage time touchdown or something and just hold a lead.
I mean, it could be 28-20 as
Yeah.
well. I mean, it's going to be closer
Yeah.
for the majority of the game, but kind of
At least a score, I would say.
Week 2, we have the Green Bay Packers at Green Bay.
It's going to be a tough one in Lambeau. I mean, as long as we can stay consistent as a team, and they have this guy that they just added to their roster.
What's his name? Oh, yeah, Micah Parsons.
From that Cowboys team that we love so much.
Yeah.
What do you think we're going to run into this game?
I think the X factor in this game is going to be being able to stop the run, mainly Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
That guy is an animal. He had multiple touchdown games last season.
Yep.
So I just think kind of containing him, clogging the box, making sure that Luvu and Wagner are both ready to defend the run if it does come down to that is going to be the most important thing. So
yeah, I would think so.
I'm going to predict another Commanders win, make us 2-0 on the season. I think this one's going to be closer. I'm going to say 24-21.
Sounds good. I like it.
Yeah. So
Week 3?
Week 3, we are at home against the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's going to be fun. Second home game. You got a couple keynotes from that team. You got this Ashton Genty guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who was drafted very highly.
The Silver Surfer.
The Silver Surfer this year.
That's a sick nickname.
It is a sick nickname. Hopefully he holds up to it.
I mean, they just look like a completely different team. They've got Ashton Genty. They've got Gino. They've got Pete Carroll at the helm. It's a completely new team.
Mm-hmm.
They still have a lot of not great position groups.
Yeah.
So I think the one group that I think is an A+ in this entire team is their tight end.
Oh, yeah. With that Brock Bowers guy, right?
Oh, yeah. Just like this person that came in second for Rookie of the Year voting, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for our glorious king, probably would have won it and probably should have won it.
Yeah.
But up for debate.
I'm going to go ahead and say that since their defense is ass, I'm going to say that we win 35-20.
I could say that as a comfortable. I could see Bowers getting a touchdown. I could see Genty running for a touchdown probably, but I don't think they do more than one apiece.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So that puts us at 3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Game
all right.
4 is going to be against the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep, we're going to get a wild card rematch this year.
This is going to be somewhat of a shootout, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the X factor for us is going to be able to put any sort of pressure on Michael Penix.
Yeah.
I think if he gets time to stand in the pocket, he's known for kind of dissecting defenses. He did it at Washington. He did it for the 4 games that he was in last season. So, and then there's that guy in their backfield.
Yeah, Bijan. Yeah.
Bijan.
Sorry, Bijan. Like the mustard, right? Like Dijon,
Well,
like Bijan.
It's Dijon mustard, but it's Bijan Robinson. You idiot.
I'm so sorry.
No, I think the most important thing is to make sure that none of these big plays with Drake London and Michael Penix happen.
Yep.
So I do think we win. It's going to be close again. I'm going to predict a 38-35 win.
And that's only if Kyle Pitts doesn't get hot this year.
Dude.
We have to. I can't even say it with a straight face. And I drafted him, I think, twice this year. But yeah, I like the win there.
You took him at the 1-1, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay, game 5. It is in LA against the Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers. They got Ladd, went over 1,000 yards last year. You got Omarion Hampton, rookie running back.
Got Najee
Harris, who's alive in the backfield somewhere.
Missing an eye.
Missing an eye.
But
what do you think? What do you think about this game?
the thing I don't like is that I think the Chargers are kind of the antithesis of the Commanders.
How so?
The Chargers are, we need to shore up certain things during the offense. We're going to shore up our run game. We're going to shore up our defense, and we're going to shore up making sure that we do have available guys at those positions to plug in when we need them.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, the loss of what's his name, Rashawn Slater, is massive for them. But I do think they're going to plug Joe Alton. The Commanders are known for their big playability. You know, Terry, Jaden to Terry, Jaden now to Debo.
Yep.
The run game will make an effect, but we're not putting any sort of emphasis on our defense. So I think that this is not a good game for us. I think the Chargers do win.
Yeah, I think this might be a good first loss for us. It brings us back down to earth after a 4-0 start.
Exactly.
I think this would be an awakening for the weak holes in our team, especially to get beat by someone like the Chargers. Yeah. So putting us at 4-1, going through 5 weeks. What do you think about week 6?
Week 6 is at home against the Chicago Bears.
Oh, the Chicago Bears. I think I've heard of that name before. I think so. With that Caleb guy who was highly touted over Jaden Daniels last year. But, you know, we won't get too much into that. What we're going to talk about, actually, is what we think we can do to beat the Bears this year, like we did last year. Hopefully not as close. But, Ben, it seems like you have something you want to say. Could it be about the Chicago Bears? No?
You guys know how I feel about the Bears. I don't think that I should go on a tangent or a monologue right now, unless you want me to.
I mean, you know, I could take it or leave it. You know, I'm just a supporting character.
That's fine. I'll leave it. I'll leave it for when we do win the game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that there's 2 things that we need to focus on. One that we need to look at is going to be what the relationship between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams is going to be like.
Yeah.
Obviously, since both of these guys have had success in the past, they've both been touted as, you know, Ben Johnson, one of the best offensive coordinators. Bless you.
Thank you.
Caleb Williams as one of the best prospects.
Yep.
Neither have had any postseason success.
Yeah.
Caleb didn't even make it because his team sucked in college.
And he wasn't good.
But I think the thing that we have to focus on is making sure our secondary is ready for their passing options.
Yep.
They do have DJ Moore. They have Rome Odunze. They have Luther Burden, who they just drafted. On the tight end position, they have Colston Loveland, who they drafted with their first pick. And then they do still have Cole Kmet.
Yep.
So these are all guys that are viable pass options that Ben Johnson most likely is going to scheme well.
Yep.
So we'll just need to make sure our defense is ready for that. But I do think Jaden in the run game is going to excel this game.
Oh, for sure. I think we should have this game pretty much in the bag.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and say 35-21. Definitely not my bias towards Chicago.
No, this is a completely legitimate pick.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing right now?
So, yeah, that puts us at 5-1.
Yeah.
So going into week 7, we finally got our first divisional game.
Finally.
Just to keep this in mind, we don't have another one for about 8 weeks.
Yeah, we have the Giants week 1. We have who
With
now?
the Giants week 1. Now we have the Cowboys.
Oh God, I don't like saying
Yeah,
that
you
name
don't-
in this household.
You don't like the Giants. I can't even imagine what you're going to say about the Cowboys.
No, I can't say that on air. I don't think so. But this game will be interesting. Week 7 in Jerry World.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be an interesting game for us. We always tend to struggle with our interdivisional opponents, but I think we have a pretty easy X factor for this game. What do you think that is?
Honestly, I just need our special teams unit not to screw this game up for us. Last
Yeah.
time we played them, we had the Siebert extra point miss and the Cavante Turpin punt return, kick return, whatever it was.
Yep.
That just blew the whole game open.
Yeah, all within the last, minute, 15 seconds of
Yeah,
the game.
it was
So not a good time in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So we'll other than that, just making sure obviously CD's probably gonna get his bag. George Pickens probably gonna do okay.
Yeah,
But I do think we're gonna win, but it's gonna be close. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say 21-17.
I like that. I like 21-17. And, maybe if Jerry wasn't, alive, the team might be a little better. But unbiased opinion.
We're not calling for the death of any owners, by the way.
Oh, no. But if for some reason on October 13th, Jerry doesn't answer the phone. I'm sorry. So week 7, we take a win.
We take a win, yes. So we go into week 8 at 6-1. Now, this one's gonna be tough. We are playing Kansas City
In Arrowhead.
in Arrowhead.
It's hard to root against Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead.
Yes.
It's probably one of the highest percentage win rates of any quarterback
Ever.
in their own stadium.
Yeah.
Pretty simple this game. I feel like it's going to be bare bones this game.
Yeah.
Not a lot of star talent, but there are some things that we can definitely lock down.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think our X factor for this one is?
I think the X factor in this game is going to be limiting the number of cheeseburgers that Andy Reid eat. No, it's actually going to be limiting their big plays.
Yeah.
They have a lot of guys, Xavier Worthy, who can,
Lightning bolt.
yes, lightning
Very
bolt.
fast and good with his hands.
So it seems to me what the Chiefs' game plan this year is going to be: Pacheco run, Travis Kelce pass up the middle for 10 yards.
Yep.
Xavier Worthy 60-yard pass touchdown.
Yeah, that's the scheme for probably every drive.
I mean, that's what it was like 5 years ago when they had Tyreek Hill. They were just doing, Kelce catch up the middle, Kareem Hunt run,
Tyreek bomb. Yeah.
Now they're just doing the same thing with Xavier
They're
Worthy.
reinventing the wheel over at Arrowhead.
They're just borrowing the wheel again.
And they still cannot get enough cheeseburgers to feed Andy's fat ass. But so what do you think about this game? Who's taking it home?
I think they win. I think it's going to be one of the largest losses for us of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead.
I want to say our corner room will hold up. It's hard to say that when we're not going to have any pressure on him, really.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think it's going to be 33-21.
Yeah, I feel like we might take like a over one score loss on this game. So
and plus you've got Chris Jones rushing us. You've got George Karlaftis rushing us.
Yep.
Like 2 edge rushers and defensive tackles that
we're phenomenal.
Yeah.
And have been phenomenal.
Karlaftis for 3 years, I think. Chris Jones since 2016.
The dawn of time, probably.
So yeah, we're going into week 9, 7-2.
Yeah, I like that.
Or 6-2.
Week 9. We're going into week 9, 6-2.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Week 9 is at home against Seattle. There's a lot of X factors in this game, I think.
There could be, yeah.
Sam Darnold, he just got there. We need to see how he fares going from
just got a bag.
Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and TJ Hawkinson.
Yep.
And he's going from that to JSN, because I don't want to say his full name on this podcast.
You don't want to try it? Okay.
No. And Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. And then you got K9 and Charbonnet in the backfield.
Yeah.
A little bit worse.
It is.
Of a situation for
I
him.
think it's a very obvious downgrade in my opinion.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see. Also, one of the X factors is Kenneth Walker going to be healthy? It's week 9. He might be out at this point in the season. Zach Charbonnet might be stepping in.
Yeah. Charbonnet had a great replacement at the end of the year, especially for a lot of fantasy owners.
Yeah.
Was definitely tearing up the books towards the back half of the season.
I think I played him.
I think it was against me. Anyways.
Vietnam flashback.
Yeah,
anyways. I think this will be a Bill game, though. I think Ja'Cory Krosky merits. This is going to be his relative breakout game.
This is like I'm the RB1 game.
Yeah. Now, I think we're going to be using him split with Eckler for most of the year, but I think this is the game where he's like, I'm the guy.
Yeah, I feel like he'll have a great game.
Yeah. So I'm predicting a win, and not going to be relatively close. I'm going to say 27-13.
Okay, I like that. 2 scores.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, so 7-2. Then we play at home against the Detroit Lions.
In week 10. Just over the halfway crest of the season. It's a NFC rematch.
NFC divisional round rematch.
It is going to be a lot of emotion in that game.
I'm not going to lie. I don't think we're going to do very well.
Yeah, we might get steamrolled. Everybody is healthy now. They had some key players on the defensive side of the ball out last year for that divisional game against the Commanders.
I think it was something like at some point last year they had played through 22 different offensive or defensive players.
Yeah, well, I would only go to say 21 just because the Terrion Arnold one was him making a TikTok in his living room and he sprained his ankle. So I'll give credit to all the other 21 guys, but Terrion, come on, man. What's going on? But
Jared Goff, Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery.
I mean, the list goes on for star potential on that team.
I mean,
Sam Laporta, can't forget about that guy.
Yeah, Ben Johnson left. He's a good offensive coordinator. That team is stacked. They're not going to take that much of a step back, in my opinion.
Yeah, they have all the pieces. They ran a 15-win season last year.
Yeah.
Not much in your offense has to change.
No, yeah.
Their only downside was their defense not being healthy.
No.
That was the only thing that stopped them, in my opinion, from going to the Super Bowl.
And now they're getting Hutch back. So I think we lose. I think it's going to be 35-24.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening for us.
So,
and I feel comfortable only losing by that much to them. So
yeah. All right. Week 11. This is our game in Spain.
Yeah.
Madrid. We're playing the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep sending the Dolphins to other countries to play football because I don't think it's worked out super well for them so far.
I want to say the last time the Dolphins played not in the U.S., it was in Munich, Germany.
Yeah, I think so. I think they were in that Munich game.
And that game sucked. So
that whole game, it wasn't 12-7 or something.
Can I go on a tangent? I hate when we send dog shit teams over to other countries to have them watch us play football because I feel like
for some people it's their first experience watching an NFL game.
All these European dipshits that are watching this being like, "Oh, look, it's football. It's American football. Let's watch them play." And we send freaking
the Dolphin. We send Tua over there, and we expect them to do well, and we expect them to put on a good show. No. But hey, they're sending the Commanders over there. Coming off a hot season, we may have some external out-of-the-country Commanders fans who have grown a heart for Jaden Daniels as we have here at home.
My glorious Pookie.
So, what do you think this game's going to be? How do you think this game's going to turn out?
So, 2 years ago, we played the Dolphins, and this was right before we drafted Jaden.
Yeah.
This was our terrible Sam Howell season.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I thought Sam Howell was going to be amazing, and I was so wrong.
He was so wrong. So wrong.
And they beat us 45-15.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
No.
I have moved that game to the back of my mind.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is flip the script.
Oh.
I'm going to say that Commanders beat the Dolphins 45-15.
Just beat the brakes off of those imposter sharks of the ocean. Yeah.
Just their defense is awful.
No, it's not good.
It's not good,
it's weird to say that there are some defenses that are worse than the Commanders.
Yeah.
But
it's worse than ours.
It looks like a dumpster fire. I don't know what's going on down there. I mean, I don't know. I guess McDaniels has something cooking down there, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
We are going to have the matchup of the season.
This will be the most points we score in a game.
This is going to be Terry McLaurin versus Storm Duck.
like, you can't write better football than that. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone. It's a Scary Terry versus a Storm Duck match.
By the way, guys, Storm Duck is the cornerback 2 or cornerback 1, maybe, on the Dolphins this season.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I looked him up, and he was the 178th ranked corner out of 202.
If
I
we
believe.
dice them up, I might get a Storm Duck jersey if they start selling them. Honestly, a Dolphins jersey with duck on the back. How contradictory is that?
That would be awesome.
It'd be amazing.
So yeah,
What do you think? 45-15 win, move us to 8-3.
Yep.
All right, I like it.
All right, next game. Well, we have our bye week.
Yep.
So we go to Spain, and then we have a week off.
So what do you think our X factor is for our bye week? What do you think at this point in the season do we need to work on?
We need to put Jaden Daniels into a cryogenic chamber and have no external forces trying to hurt him whatsoever.
We need Sam Hartman to come back from the practice squad, and we need him to do his voodoo magic.
Yes.
And with his relationship with Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
Have them a great time in Spain for 2 weeks, and then get right back to football.
Yeah. And that next game is going to be pretty tough. It's going to be at home against the Denver Broncos.
Now you got 2 sophomore starters going head to head. Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels had been compared back and forth all season last season.
Yeah, but then Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship game, and those comparisons were pretty much over.
Yeah, they silenced. But for the regular season, they both had a pretty good run. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table. What do you think our X factor is for this Broncos team?
I think that Jaden needs to be making his reads as efficiently and as quickly as possible.
Yes.
In this secondary, you do have a Patrick Surtain II. You have a Jade Barron. You have a Hufanga.
Mm-hmm.
You have a Dre Greenlaw.
They were just picking scraps off the Niners, by the way.
They are,
yeah, sure.
So you added those couple of guys to a defense, or those few guys to a defense that was already fantastic.
Yeah.
And now you are expecting the whole league to be able to throw on them, which they're going to make it extremely hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're going to have a top 3 secondary in the league.
Oh yeah,
my opinion,
I think it's going to be the best one.
Yeah, it'll be definitely one of the best.
So that's going to be really tough. Although I do predict a win for the Commanders. I think it's going to be very close. This is going to be one of our only overtime games, in my opinion. And I think it's going to be a game-winning field goal that wins it for us.
Matt Gay is going to prove himself worthy to Washington
for
this game.
Whoever our kicker is at that point.
Because we go through them like hotcakes, apparently. So
might be Zane Gonzalez again. We might bring Austin Siebert back. We might reach into our bag and go get Graham Gano or something.
Or I might just go down and just pull people off podcasts to go and kick for us.
So I'm going to say 20-17.
I like that. Not a high-scoring game. Definitely a ground-and-pound game. Yeah. It's going to be a close one.
Yeah. So
taking that 9-3 record and going into Week 13.
Week 14.
Week 14.
Week 14 is going to be against the Minnesota Vikings.
That's going to be a toughie. Honestly, that is... We talked about star power earlier in that Seahawks matchup where Sam Darnold had gone from the Vikings to the Seahawks and looking at his talent. But now we're looking at the talent that he left for J.J. McCarthy, who I don't think recorded a start last year.
No,
because Sam Darnold was doing so well.
Well, he tore his ACL in the preseason, J.J. McCarthy, and Sam Darnold overtook an offense that is going to be our X factor.
Yeah.
Making sure our secondary can keep up with Justin Jefferson, can keep up with Jordan Addison, can keep up with Adam Thielen, can keep up with T.J. Hawkinson.
Mm-hmm. And still have a grounded run game to block the Aaron Jones.
Yes.
Constant 6.5 yard per carry guy.
And when Aaron Jones is out, Jordan Mason comes in.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's a Jonathan Allen revenge game.
Yeah. We got this guy, ex-Washingtonite, who is going to be matching up against our O-line. So that'll be some new faces, some old faces. It'll be a tough one, I think, for us. But what do you think?
I think we're going to lose.
I think so, too.
I think it's going to be 28-21,
I think they have a little bit more star power than we do.
Yeah.
I think if JJ can get it going, Jettis is debatably the best wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
So it's hard to put a ceiling on that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Week 15, we now start on our divisional run.
Yeah.
We're
All
playing,
the way at week 15, by the way.
Yeah.
This is going to make or break 3 of these teams' seasons.
Yeah.
So,
Week 15, we're going to start out the same way we started off the season with. We're going to go with the New York Giants. I predict we will beat them again. At this point in the season, I do think the Giants will have moved past Russell Wilson. They
Yeah.
will have moved past Jameis Winston. They cut Tommy DeVito. He was actually picked up by the Patriots.
I did see that, yeah.
So he's going to be
You know,
all over New
over the
England.
clam chowder, just adding his little Italian flair to everything.
I do think Terry's going to have a big game this game. Maybe
Mhm.
2 touchdowns like he did against the Giants last season.
Yep.
On Deontay Banks. Asshole. But yeah, I think Jackson Dart's going to be playing, and I do think we're going to win 31-13.
I like that. I think that by this time we would have figured out our flaws
Mhm.
with the first Giants game, and we can definitely improve on those. I think Terry's also going to have a really good game. I think Yackerts is going to get some yards too. I think by this point we will have a solidified RB1. So, our boy Jacory might be.
Bill.
Yes, sir. I think we were going to have a good game, and I like that score prediction. So that takes us to what?
Week 16.
Week 16 when we are, what is that, 12-3?
12-4.
12-4?
Wait, no.
No, because we had the bye week, 12-3.
Well, we're not at 12 wins yet.
Oh.
13-3. No.
What? We're at week 13?
Math is hard, guys. We're
We're
going to
week
skip
s-
past this.
yeah, okay.
The Week 16 game is going to be the Eagles.
Ugh.
Our first game against the Eagles.
First game against the Eagles in week 16. Week 16. This is ridiculous. This is the team that we were matching up against last year, and it all came down to the last 3 games of the season that we had to play. One of them was against the Eagles, and thank God we won that game against, who was in there? Tanner McKee? Was that who
think it
was
was-
dicing us up?
I think it was Kenny Pickett.
Oh, Picklesteins, man. I forgot about this guy. But it's going to come down to the end of the season. We're going to have a huge X factor in that one running back that, terrorized us in the postseason last year.
Oh, yeah, Saquon Barkley.
Yeah,
right?
that guy
Yeah.
who, was like jumping over people backwards and didn't get tested for
Yeah.
roids. So, it's fine. I like Saquon. I think he's all right. I think he's a good running back.
He's a Penn Stater, so I like him.
Yeah.
I think we're going to win this game.
Yeah.
I
I think so.
I think we are going to permanently man mark Saquon.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that leaves A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith,
Dallas Goddard.
Dallas Goddard open.
Yeah.
And, maybe Jalen Hurts decides to play quarterback that day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
He could also throw to our ex-commander friend who decided to rub it all in our face last year.
Jahan Dotson.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy almost scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Yeah. 35-30.
Yeah, I think we win the first matchup
Yeah.
against the Eagles for us.
Second to last game at home, Cowboys.
Bring that ass here, boy. I want them in Washington. I want to see them.
On Christmas.
I want to see them on Christmas Day. You know what my favorite Christmas present would be?
A
Just
Dallas loss.
Just a straight belt to ass. Just I want them to know that when they come into this new Commander Stadium, that is what they're going to get. I
Well,
want
when we move in there.
I want Dak to just suffer. I want him to have a terrible fucking game. Excuse my language. I told you all I wasn't going to rant about the Cowboys. I'm not going to rant about the Cowboys. But what do you think our X factor is for this game against the Cowboys?
I want Jaden Daniels to target Deron Bland, who just got $92 million on every single play.
I want him to go to him all the time.
Yeah.
Every time he breathes, I want a ball in the air in Deron Bland's face.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I know he'll get cooked up by Terry. I can feel it in my bones. But I want Debo and his little hamster ass to run circles around this fucking guy. Just because, you're going to get rid of a guy like Parsons, who was a cornerstone in Dallas. And then you're going to go and throw money at this guy who did have a lot of interceptions last year. I believe it was leading.
Bland?
If not, it was
I think
2
it was
years
2
ago.
years ago.
When he had, 14 picks?
Well, he had 5 or 6 pick sixes,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah.
But, that means people are throwing at you a lot.
Yeah. Which is exactly what we plan on doing.
Yeah. So I think we win.
Yeah.
I think it's 17-10. Low scoring, but, It's week 17.
But anything can happen.
Yeah.
Especially when they stack all of these divisional games right at the end of the schedule.
Yeah.
It's not like we can go and say, hey, Jaden, you know what? You can rest
No.
week 17, 18, because we got this in the bag.
Speaking of resting,
Yeah.
week 18.
Week 18.
Again, we play the Eagles.
Play the Eagles again.
The
2
X
times
factor,
in 3 weeks.
The X factor in the week 18. I hate words.
Words are hard, man.
The X factor in the week 18 game against the Philadelphia Eagles is going to be what the divisional standings at the time are.
Yep.
The Eagles could have had the division locked up by now. We could have had the division locked up by now. It all depends on what those are. If we have the division locked up, we're obviously going to lose because the Eagles are going to want to win.
Yeah.
If we don't have it locked up, I still think we're going to lose.
Yeah, I don't like the last game of the season for us.
I don't think we're not going 6-0 in the division. That's ridiculous.
No, that's like an absurd thing to do from last year.
Yeah, especially in the NFC East.
Yeah.
So I think the Eagles most likely will not have the division locked up by this point, but they will beat us in this game to win the division.
Yeah, this will be their clincher,
Yeah.
I feel.
So, yeah, that's all we got. Do we want to do
last
a
game?
It's going to be 30-13.
Yeah.
I think they're going to put belt to ass to us.
Yeah, they're going to remind us like who won that NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to do a quick run through.
Yeah.
Week 1, we beat the Giants 28-17. Week 2, we beat the Packers 24-21. Week 3, we beat the Raiders 35-20. Week 4, we beat the Falcons 38-35. Week 5, we beat the Chargers. We lose to the Chargers 30-20. Week 6, we beat the Bears. I hope by more, but 35-21.
Yeah.
Week 7, we beat the Cowboys 21-17. Week 8, we lose to the Chiefs to make us 6-2. Week 9, we beat the Seahawks 27-13. Week 10, we beat the Lions. The Lions beat us 35-24. Week 11, we beat the Dolphins 45-15.
Yeah.
Week 13, we beat the Broncos, very close game, 20-17. Week 14, we lose to the Vikings 28-21. Week 15, we beat the Giants 31-13. Week 16, we beat the Eagles 35-30. Week 17, we beat the Cowboys 17-10. And week 18, we finish off the season by losing to the Eagles.
Sounds good. That puts our record at what? 12-5?
12-5.
12-5?
Yeah.
So another repeat season?
Yeah. I think a lot of people will tell us that we're stupid for picking them to win 12 games.
Yeah.
But I think second year of Jaden Daniels, he's not going to have a sophomore slump. We've never seen a quarterback come into the league and have the proficiency that he has had.
Yeah.
And I think our offseason additions is what's going to help him propel him on to that next step.
And also in that wide receiver room, Terry has not had a quarterback that he's played with multiple years for.
No.
So that relationship's already there. And so if they can do exactly what they did last year, I don't see why they can't go 12-5.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we move straight into our divisional standing.
Yeah, I like it.
I think that, and we're just going to do kind of a speed run on these.
Yeah, for sure.
NFC West, I have the 49ers winning the division at 12-5.
Okay.
I would have the Rams winning a division, but Matt Stafford's back has really been messing with that team.
He's really getting up there in age.
Yes, exactly. So if you're a 35?
Yeah, something like that.
35,
36.
Yeah. And you're having back issues preseason,
Yeah.
not the best look. I do have them finishing second.
Yep.
The Cardinals winning 9 games in third place, and the Seahawks finishing last, but still having 8 wins. So
Yeah. Pretty close division in that wild card spot for those 5, 6, 7 seeds.
NFC East, I have the Eagles winning it, unfortunately, at 13-4. I have the Commanders coming in second at 12-5. The Cowboys finishing in third at 7-10. Whoa. And the Giants finishing it with 6-11. NFC North, one of the best divisions in football, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
The Lions win it again, going from 15 wins to 12 wins, but still winning it.
Yeah.
The Packers coming in at 11-6 with the addition of Micah Parsons.
Yep.
The Vikings coming in at 9-8. I do think that J.J. McCarthy has a lot to do with them decreasing in win.
Mm-hmm. He's got a lot of ground to make up.
But still very competitive.
Yeah.
And then the Bears finish at 7-10. I hope they get 0 wins, honestly.
Yeah,
but
if they could get negative wins, like get one taken away,
Yeah.
I'd be all for it.
Yeah. And then the NFC South, Bucks winning it again.
Yeah. Love Baker.
I know a lot of people want to say the Falcons have a chance. I think the Bucks have been the picture of consistency the last 7 years.
And they found a stud in Bucky Irving last year.
Oh, man, that's going to be a great offense. And they added a Emeka Egbuka.
Yeah.
Great. Finishing in second, I do have the Falcons at their perennial 9-8, which, will probably get them the 15th, 16th pick in the draft.
Yeah, probably. If Kyle Pitts decides if he wants to play football or not. We'll see.
Most likely not.
Most likely not.
Coming in third is the Panthers. I do have them at 6-10. Anywhere from that 6-8 win mark, I'm not going to be upset if anybody has them.
No. I'm a believer in Bryce. I believe he can do well.
Yeah.
He's shown that when he came back last year after getting replaced at QB1, that he could play football.
And Bryce Young is cool too.
Yeah.
I do have the New Orleans Saints as the worst team in football this year.
They're going to be so bad.
They're
I hope I'm wrong, but they're going to be so bad.
I think they might actually kill Alvin Kamara with how much they use him.
We thought Josh Jacobs got a lot of work last year. Oh my goodness. They had their tight end throwing passes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So yeah, they got 3 wins. They're going 3-14.
Probably, if they're lucky.
The AFC West. We're going to move conferences. Finishing in first for them, I do have the Chiefs at 13-4.
Mm-hmm.
The Broncos finishing at 11-6. Upgrade over last year's win total.
Yep. They went 10-7 last year, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
The Chargers, if the Chargers had not lost Rashawn Slater, I would probably have them in second in the division, but that's a massive loss. Because you're an offensive line that needs depth and run-centric, and you just lost your best lineman.
Now, they did get Keenan Allen back, but, old man Keenan Allen. I do love Keenan Allen as a wide receiver and as a player.
Yeah.
I did not like his stint in Chicago, though. That maybe not like him a little less. But
so Chargers in third at 9-8, and then I do have the Raiders finishing 7-10. The AFC East, I have the Bills winning it again for 6th year in a row, I think.
Probably. As long as Tom Brady's not in the league.
Yeah. 13-4 for the Bills. The Patriots in second at 9-8.
A little bit of a switch up from last year.
Yes. The Jets in third at 8-9, and the Dolphins in fourth at 7-10.
Now, see, this might be a hot take. I think Justin Fields has a pretty good year this year.
I think if Justin Fields is asked to be a game manager where they rely on their defense and they rely on Breece Hall becoming the running back that we think he can be, and then if Justin Fields can just deliver passes to Garrett Wilson, to Alan Lazard,
Tyler Conklin,
what's his name? Mason Taylor, their new tight end. I think they can be good.
I think they could be better than the Dolphins.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, Bills, Patriots, Jets, Dolphins. In the AFC North, I have the Ravens finishing in first, also finishing first in the league at 14-3. The Bengals finishing in second at 10-7. I think their defense will be slightly better this year, and honestly, you can't really get worse than what their defense was last year.
Yeah, no, it was abysmal. And, I mean, Joe Burrow put up over 30 points in every single game except for one last year, I'm pretty sure. And he lost how many of those games?
I think he went 9-8.
9-8. So he lost 8 of those games.
Yeah, his loss.
Scoring over 30 points. How do you not see the problem in your defense there?
His average score when he lost was 28 points.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was awful.
Scoring 4 touchdowns and not winning a game, I don't know. But
in third, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 9-8 because they.
Who would have been fucking surprised? 9-8 again.
And then in fourth, I have the Browns at 4-13. I don't know what the hell they're doing with their quarterback.
Browns. I mean, now they made it down to 3 quarterbacks. So
that's true. They got rid of Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
So.
Now they got Gabriel and Shador fighting for second place, right behind old man Joe Flacco. So
I think Dylan Gabriel is more pro ready than Shador.
Yeah. We could see it. I mean, if Shador's not getting reps with people that are about to get cut, then, maybe he might show some presence. But
I mean, they're getting reps with pretty much the same. But AFC South.
Yeah.
I do have the Texans winning it.
Shocker.
Now,
that is a dumpster fire of a division. Holy.
Yeah. I think they're going to go 10-7. Their line didn't really get much better. They traded away their best offensive lineman to us.
Yeah.
So they heard C.J. Stroud yelling for help last year and said, you know what? Let me take away your best pass protector.
Yeah.
So they're going 10-7. The Jags I do have finishing in second at 7-10. The Colts I have finishing in third, also at 7-10. I think if their quarterback was anybody other than Daniel Jones, they would be maybe 10-7.
Except if that quarterback was Anthony Richardson. But
yeah. And then in last, I do have the Titans. They have some promise, but their best receiver is Calvin Ridley.
Their best player is their quarterback they drafted this year.
Yeah.
So, which probably win Rookie of the Year.
So yeah,
we'll see.
The playoffs, based off of these divisional standings and the records, I think teams will have. The NFC playoffs, the 1 seed will be the Philadelphia Eagles. The 2 seed will be the Detroit Lions. The 3 seed will be the San Francisco 49ers. The 4 seed will be the Buccaneers. The 5 seed will be the Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
The 6 seed will be the Green Bay Packers. And the 7 seed will be the Los Angeles Rams.
I like it. Sounds good.
The AFC playoff will have the Baltimore Ravens at the 1.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 seed will be the Buffalo Bills. The 3 seed will be the Kansas City Chiefs. The 4 seed will be the Houston Texans. The 5 will be the Broncos. The 6 will be the Cincinnati Bengals. And the 7...
We've been debating about this one for all day today. So, Ben likes the Patriots in this spot.
I do. I mean, dude, they have a whole new revamped defense. Mike Vrabel, great coach. They added him to the staff. He's now the head coach, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be leading that defense. They have a running back in Travion Henderson, who, in my opinion, is much better than Ramondre Stevenson. You've got Drake May in the building in year 2. He's going to be throwing now to Stephon Diggs. He's going to be throwing to Matt Collins, Demario Douglas. He's going to have options now instead of – now he has Will Campbell protecting him. He has guys now.
Yeah.
He's not just by himself getting absolutely shit on every play.
Yeah.
So I think they could make the 7th seed, in my opinion.
But my side of the coin is I think it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers again. Now, my whole problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers is that they lack playoff success. And they do barely above average in the regular season, but they always end up getting a winning record. They always end up being the 2nd or 3rd team in their division. And their defense, probably top 3 in the league. It's kind of hard to keep those high-scoring games running up on that Steelers defense. And I think they just pull out another, sneak into the 7th seed, eliminated first round. I mean, when was the last time they won a game in the playoffs?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But then again, I only remember the Patriots because of Tom Brady. So, we'll see who makes this 7th seed. Those are our picks for that.
Yeah.
That's the only one we really had a disagreement on. But
So, I mean, that wraps up the episode, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Bryce will be back next week,
Yeah,
just in case you hated this guy.
Don't worry, I won't be here.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. And let us know what you think. Leave comments on who you think we screwed up on in our divisional standings, who you think the Commanders will beat, who you think they will lose to. And we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon.